According to the locations, the imperial tombs of Qing dynasty have three collections. Shenjing Sanling, the three tombs of Shenjing, Qing Dongling, Eastern Qing tombs, and Qing Xiling, Western Qing tombs. The three tombs of Shenjing are the ancestors' tombs that create the foundation of the mantle and Qing imperial family. Those three tombs include Yongling, Yong Mausoleum, Fuling, Fu Mausoleum, and Zhaoling, Zhao Mausoleum. Yongling is located in Fushun, Liaoning Province, China. Nur Hachi's ancestors, two uncles, and those two uncles' wives are buried in Yongling. In three Shenjing tombs, the size of Yongling is the smallest, but it is most important. When Qing emperors worship their ancestors, Yongling is the first stop. Fuling is located in Shenyang, Liaoning Province, China. It is the tomb of Nur Hachi, the founding Khahan of the later Qing, and his wife, the Empress Xiao Cigao, who is the biological mother of Huang Taiji. Fuling's consort tombs are gone. When Qing emperors worship their ancestors, Fuling is the second stop. Zhaoling is located in Shenyang, Liaoning Province, China. Qing founding emperor Huang Taiji and his wife, the Empress Xiao Duanwen, are buried here. Zhaoling's consort tombs are gone. When Qing emperors worship their ancestors, Zhaoling is the last stop. Because in later Qing and the early Qing dynasty, the emperors follow the Manchuria rules. Their bodies are cremated. In three Shenjing tombs, they only have bone ash and don't have treasures. So, those three tombs are not wrapped. The Eastern Qing tombs are located in Zhunhua, Hebei Province, China. Shunzhi, Kangxi, Qianlong, Xianfeng, and Tongzhi are buried here. Shunzhi is the first emperor buried in Eastern Qing tombs. His mausoleum, Xiaoling, is located in the middle, which is the best location in the Eastern Qing tombs. Xiaoling starts to be built in 1663, 2 years after Shunzhi passes away. About 1.5 years, the main parts of Xiaoling are finished. Because at that time, Qing government has financial difficulty, craftsmen demolished 2 Ming buildings and used their materials to build Xiaoling. Shunzhi had 3 emperors. The Empress Xiao Shenjing, who is the famous consort Dong'e, and the Empress Xiao Kangzhang, who is Kangxi's biological mother, are buried with Shunzhi in Xiaoling. All of their bodies are cremated, so Xiaoling is the only tomb which isn't wrapped in Eastern Qing tombs. Shunzhi's Empress Xiao Huizhang and his 28 consorts are buried in Xiao Dongling, Eastern Xiao Mausoleum. Xiao Huizhang passed away in 1718, 57 years later after Shunzhi's death. Kangxi decides to build an emperor's tomb for Xiao Huizhang. Eastern Xiaoling is the first empress tomb in Qing dynasty. Meanwhile, it's one of two empress tombs that consorts also are buried there. Now, we don't know when the Eastern Xiaoling starts to be built and when it's finished. Kangxi and his 4 emperors and 1 imperial noble consort are buried in Jingling. Jingling starts to be built in 1676 and is finished in 1681. In March 1681, the Empress Xiao Chengren's body and the Empress Xiao Zhaoren's body are buried in Jingling. In July 1689, Kangxi's 3rd Empress Xiao Yiren passes away. 3 months later, her body is buried in Jingling. In September 1723, Kangxi, the Empress Xiao Gongren, and the imperial noble consort Jingmin are buried in Jingling. Jingling is the first emperor's tomb that the imperial noble consort is buried with the emperor. But this is not Kangxi's will. Yongzheng moves Jingmin's coffin into Jingling because Jingmin is the biological mother of the Prince Yi of the first rank. The Prince Yi is Yongzheng's most favorite little brother. Jingling has 2 consort tombs located in the east of Jingling. One is Jingling Fei Yuan Qin, consort tombs of Qing Mausoleum. Another is Jingling Huang Gui Fei Yuan Qin, imperial noble consort tombs of Qing Mausoleum. Jingling's consort tombs is finished in 1681. Kangxi has over 100 imperial women, but only 48 are buried in consort tombs. Besides, Kangxi's 18th son, Yunxie, also is buried here. Kangxi's consort Hui passes away in 1670. She was the first imperial woman buried in consort tombs. So, at the beginning, Jingling's consort tombs is called the consort Hui tomb. In 1768, the last imperial woman, Kangxi's choice lady Xiao, is buried in consort tombs. Jingling's imperial noble consort tombs started to be built in 1739, the 4th year of Qianlong's time. 4 years later, the tombs are finished. In 1722, Kangxi personally educates Qianlong in the Forbidden City. Kangxi's noble consort and the consort He carefully took care of Qianlong's daily life. To appreciate them, Qianlong builds those tombs only for them. Qianlong and his 2 emperors and 3 imperial noble consorts are buried in Yuling. Yuling starts to be built in 1743, the 8th year of Qianlong's time, and be finished 9 years later. In October 1752, the Empress Xiaoxian, the imperial noble consort Zhemin, and the imperial noble consort Huixian are buried in Yuling at the same time. In 1755, the imperial noble consort Shujia passes away. 2 years later, she is buried in Yuling. In 1775, the imperial noble consort Ling passes away and is buried in Yuling. 20 years later, she is posthumously promoted to the empress. In 1799, after Yuling is finished for 47 years, Qianlong passes away. 36 of Qianlong's imperial women are buried in Yuling's consort tombs. These consort tombs start to be built in 1747, the 12th year of Qianlong's time. After are extended in 1760, these consort tombs completely are finished in 1762. In 1752, Yuling's consort tombs first time are used. Qianlong's imperial concubine Yi, noble lady Xu, and the first female attendant Zhang are buried here. In 1823, the third year of Daoguang's time, Qianlong's last living imperial woman, the consort Jin, passes away and is buried in the consort tombs. In Yuling's consort tombs, the highest rank imperial woman is Qianlong's second empress Nala. Because of cutting her hairs, she is demoted based on facts. So the Empress Nala lost the opportunity to be buried with Qianlong. Even worse, she is buried in the imperial noble consort Chunhui's tomb. Dingling starts to be built in 1859, the 10th year of Xianfeng's time. Because Qing government has financial difficulty and wars and rebellions frequently happen, Dingling is finished in 1866, the 5th year of Tongzhi's time. After died for 5 years, Xianfeng and his first wife, the Empress Xiao Dexian, are buried in Dingling together. Xianfeng has 2 imperial noble consorts, 2 noble consorts, 4 consorts, 4 imperial concubines, and 3 choice ladies. All of them are buried in Dingling's consort tombs. Xianfeng's 2 famous imperial women, Cian and Cixi, are buried in eastern Dingling, but they don't share a mausoleum. Cian's mausoleum is called Puxiangyu Dingdongling, Eastern Ding Mausoleum in Puxiangyu. Cixi's mausoleum is called Putuoyu Dingdongling, Eastern Ding Mausoleum in Putuoyu. In all Qing imperial mausoleums, only Dingling has 2 empress mausoleums. In 1873, the 12th year of Tongzhi's time, Cian's tomb and Cixi's tomb start to be built at the same time. 6 years later, both mausoleums are finished without many difference. In 1881, Cian passes away and is buried in her tomb. Cixi became the only ruler of the country. In 1895, under Cixi's request, Eastern Ding Mausoleum in Putuoyu starts to be maintained. Well, this maintenance continued 13 years and is finished several days before Cixi passes away. Now, Cixi's mausoleum is the most luxury Qing imperial tomb. Tongzhi passes away at age 19. His mausoleum, Huiling, starts to be built after he passes away. In 1879, Huiling is finished. After passing away 4 years, Tongzhi and his beloved wife, the Empress Xiao Zheyi, finally are buried together. Tongzhi's 4 imperial women are buried in Huiling's consort tombs. Because eventually all Tongzhi's imperial women get the imperial noble consort title, Huiling's consort tombs have the most imperial noble consorts in Qing consort tombs. The Western Qing tombs are located in Yi County, Hebei Province, China. Yongzheng, Jiaqing, Daoguang, and Guangxu are buried here. Yongzheng is the first emperor buried in Western Qing tombs. His mausoleum, Tailing, is located in the middle, which is the best location in the Western Qing tombs. The location of Tailing is chosen by Yongzheng's most favorite little brother, the Prince Yi of the first rank. Tailing started to be built in 1730, the 8th year of Yongzheng's time, and is completely finished in Qianlong's time. In 1735, Yongzheng passes away. 2 years later, Yongzheng, the Empress Xiao Jingxian, and the imperial noble consort Dun Su are buried in Tailing. Qianlong's biological mother, the Empress Xiao Shengxian, is buried in Tai Dongling, Eastern Tai Mausoleum. Xiao Shengxian passes away 42 years later after Yongzheng's death. According to the rules, she shouldn't be buried with Yongzheng in Tailing. In 1737, the 2nd year of Qianlong's time, Xiao Shengxian's mausoleum starts to be built. 6 years later, this tomb is finished. Qianlong's time is the golden age of Qing dynasty, and Qianlong deeply loved his mother. Qianlong makes many special designs for Xiao Shengxian's tomb. Now, Eastern Tai Mausoleum is still the biggest emperor's mausoleum in Western Qing tombs. In 1777, Xiao Shengxian passes away and buried in her tomb. Except 2 emperors and the imperial noble consort Dun Su, Yongzheng has about 30 imperial women, but only 21 of them are buried in Tailing's consort tombs. Many lower-rank concubines don't have chance to be buried in imperial tombs. Changling is mausoleums of Jiaqing. The location of this mausoleum is chosen by Qianlong in 1796, the 1st year of Qianlong's time, of Jiaqing's time. Then it started to be built. In 1803, Changling is finished. Well, Only 5 years later, the roof of several buildings leaked. After inspection, Jiaqing finds his mausoleum is built by unqualified materials because the project government officer, Qianlong's brother-in-law, unbiased a large amount of money from the funds. In following 2 years, a few most important buildings are repaired. The complete repair is finished in 1857, the 7 years of Xianfeng's time. Jiaqing's first wife, the Empress Xiao Shurui, passes away in 1797. In 1803, she is buried in Changling. In 1820, Jiaqing passes away. 1 year later, he is buried in Changling. Jiaqing's second empress, Xiao Herui, passes away 30 years later than Jiaqing. She is buried in her own mausoleum, Changxiling, Western Chang Mausoleum. This mausoleum is built in 1851, the first year of Xianfeng's time, and finished 2 years later. Because of financial difficulty, this emperor's mausoleum is least luxury in all Qing emperor's mausoleums. Jiaqing's 2 imperial noble consorts, 5 consorts, 7 imperial concubines, and 3 noble ladies are buried in Changling's consort tombs. Daoguang's mausoleum is called Muling. Muling starts to be built in 1831, the 11th year of Daoguang's time, and finished in 1835. Generally, the name of Emperor's Mausoleum is given by the new emperor, but Muling's name Mu is chosen by Daoguang. Daoguang's first wife, the Empress Xiao Mucheng, passes away in 1808. His second empress, Xiao Shencheng, passes away in 1833. In 1835, they are buried in Muli after sunset. In February 1840, Daoguang's in-law, the Empress Shenjing, passes away. This much later, Daoguang personally sent Shenjing in 1850, Daoguang passes away and is buried with his great-uncle. Muling also has different stories. Daoguang succeeded Xiao Muling as Xiao Shaoxi, Xiao Xincheng, and all Mu Dongwu. This was Mu's mausoleum. After Daoguang passes away, Xiao Xincheng married an illiterate, elderly Chinese imperial officer. Daoguang also spent time as Xinjiang's great uncle. So, Daoguang has a son, and Muling has a daughter, respectively. Unfortunately, Xiao Muling is dead. They say Xiao Muling is not buried in the river Shenjing. Later emperors, particularly after the Second Qing, later changed their translation recipes to repeat, but this is rare. Different remember a little upgrade for Muling came back home and buried closely nearby. So his preferred mausoleum is the only 2-emperor mausoleum, and that never multiple consorts. In Western near eastern Qing south east belongs to Qing Qing last emperor in 1967. His son is buried in Shenjing. In 1995, the Chinese army century marched to southern Qing. The last empress was North Africa in 1933. He again in Union. The father is buried with his family. No one knows where is the body. Since 2006, under the Little Commission, people see a tomb near the next in Changsha, he has another lady wife, Han Yuying. She passes away in 1940.